Hey traders, are you ready for another exciting week in the Forex market? We've got a jam-packed episode for you with in-depth analysis on some of the most closely watched currencies and commodities. We'll be diving into dollar index, NZDUSD, gold, EURUSD, and I will be showing you my top trades and predictions. Get your notebooks and your charts ready, let's make some pips. If you are new here and this is the type of video you like, hit that subscribe button. We promise you won't regret it. As usual, I start my analysis from the dollar index. We want to see the behavior of the US dollar so that we can now go into the charts to look for trading opportunities, right? And in case you've forgotten, the dollar index measures the strength or the weakness of the US dollar. So if the dollar index is bullish, of course, expect a strong USD across the USD pairs. And if the dollar index is bearish, of course, expect a weak USD against the USD pairs. So that is why I like to look at the dollar index before going into my analysis for the week. Now, this is the monthly time frame of the dollar index, and if you look at each of these candles, since this is the monthly time frame, each of these candles represents 1 month of price action. Now, if you look at the past 3 months, we've experienced bearish moves, right? It's obvious the candles are red, right? The month of January is still new, and we just ended the first trading week of the year, right? And obviously, like I said in last week's video, we are still trading around that key level. Price is still sitting there, so still creating uncertainties in the market. In the early parts of last week, we experienced some bullish push, but after the NFP release, which is the non-farm payroll, price went back downwards and into our support zone. We now have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of price action sitting on that key level, right? So there's, when you see stuffs like this, there's no need to panic. If you are not getting much trading opportunities, there's no need to panic. All you need to do is just to wait for a clear direction of the market before you make a trading decision. It's obvious we've been on a downtrend for some couple of months now. As a matter of fact, price has been creating lower lows and lower highs, right? But when we came into this level that has been tested multiple times, this is the daily time frame, by the way. You see price has been trading sideways, right? Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Even a 4-year-old kid can clearly see that price is moving sideways, right? Now this is the 4-hour time frame, and for some time now we've been trading sideways, so it's obvious. So in this type of market, it's always advisable to sit it out and wait for a breakout, either upward so that you can trade in favor of the US dollar, or downward so that you can trade against the US dollar, right? However, if we go back to the daily time frame, I'm still actually expecting for price to break below here, right? You don't want to trade against the trend. And since for the past 2 months, price has been bearish. And of course, if you go to the monthly time frame, there's a zone I'm looking for price to come into before, if I start seeing bullish momentum, I'll go back bullish, right? And we have not gotten there yet on the monthly time frame. So that is why I won't be surprised if I see price on the daily time frame break below this key level and keep trading lower. All right, so for now, that is what I would like to see. My stand remains the same as the previous couple of weeks, right? Since we've been trading around here. Now, let's go to the NZD USD. There's something interesting I'm seeing on the NZD USD, though it's short term, but it's worth looking at. Of course, we've been bullish for some time now. If I zoom in, we ran into the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and we had some kind of significant rejection. So, but what I'm looking for can only be seen on the daily time frame, right? Now, if you look at this zone, price has rejected this particular price level, this line here, multiple times here, here, here. I think if I go further left, we should see more. Just follow this line, follow my mouse. You can see if we go further left, you can see more. Then here also, right? So now price came to that zone. Remember, this is the daily time frame. I've got this massive bullish engulfing candle. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, what am I looking at? I can see something. Let me just plot this thing out nicely for you to see. I can see this trend line taking out. Then something like a flag pattern, right? Like a breakout here. Yes, you can see we had multiple touches here, then had multiple touches here, and now we've broken above that level. So I think I would like to see something like this for next week, or let me just say the early part of next week, right? Hopefully. Remember, you always wait for confirmations before pulling the trigger, but this is what I would like to see, right? I would like to see a retest, then a bullish push to the upside, at least into the zone. And that should give us like how many pips to the upside? Let's calculate. About a decent 146 pips. That's still uh some great trading opportunities right there, right? However, if we push back below and we don't get any confirmation to buy, and then we come and break below this level here, then I would wait for a retest to trade back into this zone. If I zoom out, you see it has been tested multiple times previously, right? So that is how I'm looking at the NZD USD. Are you ready to join the ranks of elite Forex traders? Our Forex Professional course is the perfect way to get there. With in-depth training, expert guidance, and a wealth of valuable resources, you will have everything you need to succeed in the fast-paced world of Forex. Don't miss out on this opportunity to transform your trading career this year. Click the link in the description to learn more and get started today. By the way, I'm currently in massive profit on the USD CHF and USD JPY after staying off the market for almost a month due to the holidays. If you're on the Telegram chat, I believe you know what I'm talking about. I think when the market reopens, I will just close trades on one of my accounts. Then I will show you guys my withdrawals so that you can see firsthand how sweet our simple trading strategy is. Anyways, that's it. Let's get back to the chart. Gold is pretty much interesting. It's, I think, any trading opportunity you are looking for, at least for now, it should be bullish. But let's start from the monthly time frame as usual. I like to look at my charts from the higher time frame perspective to get a clearer view of what I'm looking for. On gold, this is the monthly time frame. So we've been seeing some, this is like the third month, right, of bullish price action. So I'll be expecting, just like I stated in last week's video, I'll be expecting for price to come into this area here, and that area happens to be a round number. If you look to your right, which is $1,900 per ounce for this precious metal. So I'll be expecting for price to come there before. If we're going to go bearish, I'll be expecting bearish from that zone. However, if we break above it, then I think gold will keep pushing higher. But why am I looking at 1,900? If you look left, price has used 1,900 as a strong resistance level before, right? If you look here, 1,900 actually pushed the price of gold all the way to the downside for over a year before it regains strength to push back up. So now price is approaching that area, and if we go to the smaller time frame, you see that there is some kind of rejection that has taken place is around that zone before, right? Just like I showed you on the monthly time frame, you can see more recent price action here. It's obvious, you can spot the rejection here, and of course, if you go further left, right? Now let's go to the daily time frame. Why am I having this zone here? I'm having this zone here because this zone has also been tested multiple times before. But with the momentum of gold right now, I think I'll be expecting gold to actually come into 1,900. But I'll still leave this here so that if I start seeing rejections, I'll know that, okay, maybe price is reacting to this zone. Or let me just go ahead and delete it since I have it at the back of my mind. So if I start seeing rejection, I know price is reacting to these levels here, right? So I'll just draw my counter trend line and um, wait for a breakout to sell. All right. So these strategies are the reason why you should take the course. All right. Anyways, so for now, I think gold is still super bullish. If we go back to the weekly time frame, you can see this giant weekly candlestick, right? So because of that, I think gold will keep pushing higher. Now, how do we enter gold? It's obvious gold is creating new higher highs and higher lows, right? So this is a higher high breaking above this high, a higher low. We came back into that level of structure, then bounced up. So I'll be expecting gold to open around maybe here if there will be a gap, or maybe a gap down, go up. Then I'll be waiting to catch the pullback, because if I enter gold here, then I'll want to put my stop loss here and maybe might take profit here. So it will not give me a good risk to reward ratio, right? Now, that is what I would like for gold to come down a bit, if possible, touch this trend line to gather momentum to do what? Push to the upside. I'm sorry about that. Let me pull it up again. Come into this trend line, then gather momentum to push upward. So that is what I'll be looking at for gold. Now let's quickly go to Euro USD. I can't seem to find anything really interesting on the Euro USD, right? But for now, what I feel is price will want to come into this zone, right? This is the monthly time frame, so I'll be expecting price to come into this zone. It's obvious that we've broken above this trend line. Well, let's go to the weekly time frame so that we can see things clearly. So you can see we've broken above this trend line, and we kind of had a retest. If you look at it, let me zoom in so that you can get a clearer picture. So you can see this strong rejection, which happened to be the retest of the broken trend line, right? Now, price is still a little choppy around this zone, but remember, on the monthly time frame, I've highlighted this area that I expect price to come into this zone, but we're experiencing some kind of a roadblock here. So what will I do? Let's go to the daily time frame. Now you can see that retest clearly here on the daily time frame. Now what will I do? Price has been pretty much moving sideways. Remember, this is the daily time frame. So I'll be waiting for price to actually break above here before I make a trading decision. There's still a lot of pips to the upside, so it's worth the wait. Why should I can't just enter a trade when I'm seeing a roadblock above me. No, I won't do that. It's too risky. Now we still have about 174 pips if we are able to break above this resistance. So it is worth the wait, because why it's unsafe to enter at the moment is because price can come back into this zone that has been tested multiple times, looking left, can come back into this zone and then blast to the downside, and I don't want that. I can't afford to lose money, right? Well, on the smaller time frame, it looks cleaner. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. It looks cleaner. We've actually broken above the trend line, right? And let me just draw this so that we see what's going on here clearly. All right, so now on the 1 hour time frame, we've broken above this counter trend line, and on the 1 hour time frame, we've actually created a new higher high, because this is higher than this, obviously. So let's see if price will come into this zone to gather momentum to keep pushing higher. All right, so let's just see how that one goes, but I won't be entering this trade immediately. I'll go to the daily time frame and watch how things unfold there. Looking at the daily time frame, I would actually want price to take out this zone before I make a trading decision. So if we go back to the 1 hour time frame, if that happens, that means we'll be trading around this zone by then, when I'll be making my trading decision, right? So this zone to this zone looks like a good place to scalp anyway, but do your thing. But me, I would rather for price to break above this zone, get a retest, then I'll trade this space to the upside here. All right, why am I using this space as my target? Let's go back to the monthly time frame. I just want you guys to understand this thing. It's just simple trading technique. It's obvious, but if you are not really sound technically, these things become so complicated. You start guessing around and you end up losing money, right? So why am I using this zone as my targets? Clearly, it's there are other reasons, there are other confluences why I'm using this zone as my targets. Those that has purchased the course can tell me. I don't want to mention that here. I'm just going to let you into this little part. This zone is a double top, right? And this looks like a neckline that was broken, right? So I'm expecting price to go there then maybe for a retest to keep pushing price downward. But if we break above this zone, guys, my bullish bias is confirmed. My bullish bias is confirmed. I'm just going to buy and hold all the way to this zone here. All right, so but we still have this zone to make our decision. So we can come here and continue the bearish move. But if we break above, wow, that means Euro USD will be bullish for the rest of the year. I'm going to do the yearly analysis at the end of this month. All right, so let's just let this month go by, then we can now see what we are looking at going forward in 2023. I'm just going to stop here since there are no much opportunities for the week. I'm going to be dropping one or two other charts in the Telegram channel. So if you are not yet on the Telegram channel, the link is going to be in the description below. Just click and join the Telegram channel. Well, that's all for this week's analysis. I hope you enjoyed the ride and learned something new. Hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tune in next week for more market insights and trading tips. Happy peeping, and don't forget to always trade responsibly. Also, don't forget to click the link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing the course. Bye guys.